What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at a very new car that has been added into the game. It's a bit of an interesting one because it's basically the upgraded version of the current Corvette C8 that we have available to purchase. So the Z06, whatever you want to call it, it's now out in the festival playlist. You get your 20 points and you get it. I'm going to take a look at the Belvedere as well afterwards in a different video, but not right now. Both of these are new cars in the festival playlist. Yeah, you just get your 20 points and you get them. Let me show you real quick. That's why I'm in the garage to start it off. So the old Corvette Z06. So I have an old Corvette Z06. So basically this, right? With the this have the LT or the LS? I think this had an LS in it, right? Because it's the same LS that was in the older Corvette, if I'm not mistaken. Well, obviously not the same, but an updated version of the LS, which makes 650 horsepower, and it weighs 1,604 kilos. Also, this is front-engine rear-wheel drive. Now, the new Corvette Z06 now has 670 horsepower, 624 newton-meters of torque, and weighs 1,613 kilos. It's also mid-engined rear-wheel drive, and apparently this new engine, which is a 5.5 liter, is the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 that you can buy right now, apparently. That's what I read. Am I right? I don't know. Or is that website right? I don't know, but you guys can correct me. Look at the difference, though, in stats between this and the standard C8 as well, right? 495 horsepower and weighs 1,623 kilos. This thing, just by 10 kilos less, but it has like almost 200 more horsepower with this new engine. It's ridiculous. Slightly less torque, smaller dimension, or a smaller capacity in the engine. Not dimensions. What am I talking about? Displacement. That's the word I was looking for. Not dimensions. I'm an idiot. But that is the difference between that one and this. It's crazy. It is so much faster than this. Well, it's supposed to be so much faster than that. And also it has a bunch of aeros, and I'm pretty sure it has suspension upgrades and all that sort of stuff to make it handle a lot better. So this is a new car. Let's change to it. Let's drive it. Let's do stuff to it. Let's see what it's like to throw around maybe a track, just to see what it's like. I'm gonna try and drive this thing completely stock, but I'm gonna have a look at some of the mods that we have available for this thing. Nothing really there. Wheels we can change pretty much whatever. Engine swaps as well. We can do whatever we want as well with this. We can't actually put the old LS engine in it. That's kind of interesting. We can all-wheel drive swap it, then we can obviously twin turbo it or supercharge it as well. And then that's practically it. It's already on, I'm pretty sure, like sports suspension, because it doesn't let me pick it. It automatically throws the race suspension up next. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's drive it like this. I want to see what it's like, because I feel like this power to weight ratio is actually quite nice. Maybe a tiny bit heavy, but it's quite nice. It has an interesting sound. Have we had the sound yet? Yeah, it has a... Whoa, this is nice. I don't think this is a sound that we've had before. I mean, this is a different engine that we've had before. I don't think this engine even exists on any other car. I think this is new to this car. I don't think this engine comes in anything, right? I don't know if it comes in any Cadillacs or anything like that, but I don't think so. I've seen one of these Corvettes on the road like a couple months ago for the very first time. It's actually such a cool car. I really like the Corvette. The new one, especially with the mid-engine layout. I do still really like it. Even though my favorite Corvette is the C5. The C5 Corvette is beautiful. I love that Corvette. That's still my favorite Corvette. C5 is still such a good looking car. I don't know, there's just something about it. It's just perfect. But this thing with its mid-engine layout and having the back end a little bit longer, it just looks like a proper big supercar. It just looks really, really good. And of course, because it's mid-engined, It'll drive like a Ferrari. It'll drive like... It's such a nice... It's just such a nice balance. I knew this power to weight was going to be really good on this car. Even the tires are perfect for it. I like it. I like the Z06. It is very nice. It'd be interesting to get the ZR1 now, or the ZR1, whatever you want to call that. That's going to come out soon enough, right? And it'll be an even more extreme version of this car. I love how when Chevy does, well, when Corvette, let's just say Corvette, not Chevy. But when Corvette does their performance cars, they give them like an extra like 200 horsepower. Which is such a huge amount. If you think about like BMW, for example, they'll go up like, you know, here's about like 30 horsepower. Here's like 40 horsepower, maybe. For your extra money. Corvette, here's an extra 200 horsepower. Just throw horsepower at it. It's a really nice car to drive. Really, really good. I want to do stuff to it. I want to start putting some race parts on it. Maybe build it to the top of S1 and see what it's like. It'd be kind of interesting to see what it's capable of doing that. It's already on sports tires. The next ones are semi-slicks, and then obviously the slick tire compound, which yeah, you can see our launch is very good, our braking is very good, our handling is very good. Like the stats for this thing just look really, really, really good, because they are. Technically, we can change our front tire diameter to 275. We can only change the front ones. I don't know why we're not allowed to change the rear at all, but they are very wide at the rear by the looks of things. I am going to bring my truck width out as well. Probably, I can bring it all the way. It looks good. New HRE wheels. I kind of want to fit some HREs on this thing. It should be quite nice. All of these are all new. If you haven't seen the previous video where I checked out this, the bus or whatever it is, or actually even before that, I'm pretty sure, taking a look at a set of wheels, or we've taken a look at a car and then we've looked at the set of wheels that are all new to this game. And I want to put a set of wheels on this thing. Something different, something a little bit odd, something weird. Again, some HREs. These actually don't look that bad. I don't want to keep them in white though. I think maybe like, I was gonna say chrome, but maybe like, since these are I think multi-piece wheels or specialist wheels or whatever you want to call them. I think we can probably change the different paints on them. We can probably make them like diamond cut or something like that. They probably look very good like that. Is the front end adjustable? It is non-adjustable, unfortunately. Actually, this doesn't even look that bad. To be honest with you, if it didn't have the counters at the top, at least the splitter at the bottom, that's kind of an extension of the other one, just has its own shape instead of having the same flat splitter that we've always had in every game. So at least this was slightly different. That wing is way too nice, but oh man, I'm gonna keep that wing. Unfortunately. I definitely want adjustability, so I'm gonna change all this for stuff to race spec, and then we can adjust all that. Anything else that we should be really doing here? Race suspension again, just so we can have the adjustability for it. Our handling is very slowly going up. Our braking is impeccable, apparently. I actually really don't mind the power on this car, so maybe if you just leave it like that, we should be fine. If I do anything power wise or performance wise to the power, I think it'll immediately... Oh, there we go. Here's something that we can do. Yeah, we'll keep it like this. I think it's fine. Actually... Oh, they haven't changed it. So we don't actually get like some sort of special exhaust or anything like that. Just for that. Okay, so build it to the top of S1. And I'll take it out and I'll drive it. Like I said, it feels like a really nice car to drive already. So... yeah, I'm gonna adjust everything here, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go, and I'll change the color of the wheels, and we'll see also what colors this car comes with. Maybe I'll change it to something else, maybe like a blue or something. I don't know. We'll see. All right, bit of a basic setup complete. Let's have a quick look at the colors for this thing. The yellow looks great. The yellow looks really good. Even the silver looks good, and then the blue obviously we have as well. I'm pretty sure this is the same blue that we have on the E-Ray. I think the yellow's the best looking one. Even the orange looks good, but the orange just reminds me of the old one. But the yellow looks clean. I like the yellow one. To be honest, the white on yellow don't really look that bad. The white on yellow really don't look that bad. I don't really mind that whatsoever. Bonnet, if you want to change that, or whatever, the frunk, I guess. Yeah, like I said, we have adjustability for everything here. So I'm gonna make it pretty much diamond cut. So I'm gonna do this to be brushed aluminium. So brushed aluminium for that. And then paint group 2 is what? That's the inside. We can paint that kind of like a grey color, I think. That looks good. Paint group 3. That again is the same thing, except it's just in there. So I'm going to paint that grey as well. It's not black, but it's like kind of like a darkish grey. It actually looks really good like that. The outer lip. Yeah, the outer lip I'm going to make it that color as well, so it's the same as these. They look so good like that. They look really, really good. We can't even change the brakes, but the brakes are already, I think, carbon ceramics. By the looks of things, you can see the little tiny cracks in them. They look very good. Tints, we can tint it just slightly. There you go. It's a good looking car. I like it. All right, let's drive this thing. I'm gonna bring out one of the new routes though. We'll try to drive it there. I want to see if I can position myself somewhere in the world on it. Yeah, that is a good looking car. Nice. Oh my god, that front splitter is disgusting. I just noticed the splitter. I just thought, look how it sticks out so far. Okay, turning into corners is very good. So my diff for braking is actually quite good. I did change my gear ratio slightly, so I think it might affect the way this drives a little bit, but oh, for the higher speed corners is nice. Just point it and it goes. Jesus Christ, the brakes on this thing is crazy. Alright, like I said, I want to try and test it out on one of the new arrival events. Well, one of the new events that we have in general. So, I think the last time we ended up checking out this one. So, I want to try maybe a different one and see what it's like. Let's do this one. Has a lot of corners. Yeah, let's do this. S1. I haven't done a run on this at all yet, so I'll just choose whatever arrival it gives me. And let's give it a shot. Let's see what it's like. We can properly test this out now, instead of me just driving around the festival. Alright. I'll do a couple of runs with it, and we'll see. I also don't know how fast I need to be driving here, so yeah, I'm also going to put on some steering, because that should help. But I don't know how fast I need to go before the corners and when I need to brake and stuff like that. I don't play with driving line on in this game. Probably should, especially on a brand new track. And then get rid of it once I'm used to it. We'll see. The one thing that I can confidently say is absolutely amazing is the braking on it. Oh, wow. Even the diff setup for a deceleration, so for braking and turning into a corner. It is beautiful. That's so nice. I'm not a big fan of these gear ratios. Maybe they need a bit of adjusting. I don't know if I like the sound of this engine though. It sounds a little weird, especially when it's revved really, really high up. Yeah, maybe I'll change a couple things, maybe like my gear ratio or something like that. I think this is like an 8-speed or a 7-speed. And as you can see, I don't need those gears. Way too fast, yeah. Again, I don't know how fast I need to go to some of the corners, so I'll have to figure it out the hard way. Nah, coming out of the corners is nice. I will, however, adjust my diff or my gears slightly. I'm actually going to basically eliminate 5th or 6th and 7th, which I'm pretty sure is this. Oh, it's an 8-speed, so there you go. I'm gonna basically eliminate all those gears past 5th, and I'm gonna stretch my gears out just ever so slightly. This 5 years is perfect for this track. Okay. Let me do some stuff to this guy and I'll be right back. Right, let's try it again. Let's see what it's like. Gears are slightly longer. I think I have the torque for them, so it's fine. This is what a mid-engine car should drive like. Oh, it's so nice. It's so good. Terrible entry into this corner because I was going a bit too fast. Yeah, I think there are areas where I can go a little bit faster in, but again, it's just knowledge of the track, I guess. And I know I've been on these roads before, but I don't really pay attention when I go on the roads. I don't try to follow like a racing line, you know, when I'm just cruising. Obviously, when you're racing, you have to try and position yourself differently and choose a racing line and all that. It is completely different to when you're just cruising around. So even if I've been on these roads a billion times, I braked way too early. I don't know why, I completely forgot that this thing has unbelievable brakes. The slight change in the diffs acceleration as well also helps a lot in the lower gears. I can just floor it out of the corners now instead of it just breaking traction too easily. It's nice. I think I can push it a little bit faster, but it's nice. I like that. That is very good. What a fun car, man. What a fun car. Okay, I'm almost top 1000. almost top 1000. This dude did it. There you go. Someone decided to use the new Corvette, and they did it in a 207. I'm gonna select him as my ghost because I want to see if my Corvette is better than his Corvette, or if my driving is better than his driving. But I'll give it a shot and see what it's like. Yeah, I think there's some areas that I can drive much faster. So let's try beat that guy in his Corvette. Well, not only was that easy, but I think I can go so much faster because I made so many mistakes that run. So many mistakes. But that was really easy. I expected it to be quite a bit more difficult to do. It took me two runs. I did the first run. I ended up crashing into the wall in the same place that I crashed before. And then I did that run, which was just terrible. But yeah, that was easy. Yeah, it's a good car to drive. It's a very good car to drive. Like I said, if I didn't make mistakes, I probably could be quite a bit faster. But this isn't a top and tails video. This is more of me showcasing this car and what it's like. Yeah, try it out. Get your 20 points. Let me know what you think of it. If you enjoy driving this thing, I feel like it should be a really good drift car as well. If you want to try it like that, probably you won't be able to hold a lot of angle. I don't know if it can or not. I don't know. But usually mid-engine rear-wheel drive cars are actually very fun to go sideways. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's something for you guys to try. Let me know what you think of it, and that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.